You're listening to the February 3rd, 2024 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
What ho, chaps! So many are speculating that something is about to go down. Something big is about to take place. People are saying they can just feel it. I'm wondering if this is simply because of build-up of chat and it'll all die down again, or could it be, like for real, something actually could take place on a scale of huge?
Welcome, Blossom. Welcome, each one. Consider this. At some point, something has to happen. So much build-up, indeed. Some of it inaccurate. Some of it spot on. It is for one to educate themselves on what is trivial and unimportant and what is of high informational quality and to be adhered to. You see, Blossom, no matter what it is that is to occur, you are in place, in a position to meet it head on and see your way through it. Each one of you equipped with tools to do so. The walls of fear are crumbling as souls rise up and say, "No more." This is not received gladly by those who thought they had it covered. As strength from the light forces, gathers, it is inevitable that the darker energies are falling at a fast rate. As their dominions crumble, so too does their grip over all they enslaved. The end days are here for them to endure and receive consequences. This year that you have recently entered into is to be one of the great changes within the structure of societies and how they have been conducted. Naturally, for these types of changes, much has to be carefully put into place, so as to cause as little upheaval and unsettlement as possible.
Can you elaborate on the structure of societies bit, please?
Blossom, as so many of you have become aware of, there has been a ruling over your people that has kept one at bay without their knowledge. Yet, as more and more souls awaken, so much of these diabolical behaviors caused to humankind are becoming more apparent. There is to come a time when this shall cease to be, when the good guys are in place for one to see, believe, and therefore trust.
That's a pretty profound statement. We know the good guys have been working behind the scenes, yet I'm aware we know not half of what that actually entails. Is it that you mean the same as truths coming out?
Yes, Blossom. For these truths have to be revealed by those who are to take charge, are in charge of, the days that are coming.
Okay. Not sure if you feel okay to answer this yet. I have to give it a go. Just who are the good guys?
That is indeed a loaded question, Blossom. The good guys are a large component of an even larger component of an even larger component that are of not only the highest intelligence, yet of the highest light of consciousness. The souls involved were meticulously chosen and groomed for the greatest task that they were to be assigned. We have spoken before of souls on and off planet that have devised and created a plan that is so intricate, so incredibly complicated, so brilliant, that it cannot fail. All meetings and gatherings that have taken place regarding the bringing down of the so-called elite have been underway for many years. The planning of this victory has involved masterminds of the highest caliber in order for the plan to be carried out in such a way that, as it falls into place, the brilliance of it is unsurpassed without question. You see, Blossom, it has had to appear as if your world is run by those of great darkness. And indeed, for so long this has been the case. Yet projects have been implemented whereby infiltration has successfully proven to make use of that which those who think they have it all in place have in actual fact been useful in providing the foundations of what is required for the plan to move forward in the right direction.
I think I follow you.
Keep in mind also that although it may appear that plans are not going in the right direction, they actually are. There have been compromises agreed upon in certain circumstances that allow for many prominent leaders to play the game, to make it look like they are in control. And yet, behind the scenes, it is they that are now the puppets. And their strings are being pulled by the very group that are to emerge in full glory and reveal much of the master-minded plan that is to allow for all the vast degree of changes that are to be implemented.
Whoa, that's a mouthful. I feel it is too complex to go into detail, and also that you're not prepared to.
This is correct. Yet know, Blossom, that there is only so much that can and will be revealed in
order of appearance? Is that what you want to say? Really?
Yes, really. Yet we do not mean necessarily as a caste of people, although to a certain extent that is the case. We mean in ways of that which is to be revealed, to be done so in the correct order. For not only matters to be digested correctly, yet for matters to flow and make sense. This is what we mean.
There is so much many are aware of that we assume will be spoken of, yet what we know of today covers such a vast spectrum that in order for the uninitiated to absorb all of this and so much more, surely it'll take years for everything to come out. Otherwise, our brains will blow up.
Blossom, this divine plan that you are in, and will continue to be part of, will be conducted in the best way possible. It, of course, has taken into consideration every possible response and reaction that one can possibly think of. There will be collateral damage to an extent that cannot be avoided.
One moment, I felt the need to confirm this. Collateral damage. Forms of damage including deaths and injuries that are a result of the fighting in a war but happen to people who are not in the military. Is that right?
Yes. It cannot be avoided. And yet, know that this will be of the smallest collection.
What do you mean by collection?
Those who in the greater scheme have agreed to be removed from the planet at this time in order to serve the whole. In order to move forward, this has to be carried out. Yet, in comparison to how many would be removed if the good guys were not in control, it is very little. We ask that you do not give this focus. We ask, as we always do, that you focus only on the light, love, that you are, and standing steadfast within that light, love, in order to assist the good guys in this divine plan that you are all part of.
It is all so intriguing. We may think we know bits of how it may unfold, yet I don't think we actually do.
Blossom, dearest souls, many, many great happenings have taken place on your planet throughout its evolution. Yet, this transformation is of the most unique. You are in this together. You can feel yourselves rising into a momentum of knowing that something is to occur. As each one of you becomes brighter and lighter in the knowing of yourselves, you can feel the excitement rising. For the wise ones, the excitement is joy and encouragement. Knowing that you are at the forefront, leading those who are so sleepy into their own knowing of themselves. And in doing so, the energy of being you and flowing through you will undoubtedly help you understand that all this that you have had to endure, all the patience you have acquired, all the unanswered questions, all the doubts and fears, all of this which you have been living through will have reason. Not only will pieces of the jigsaw magnetize into place, yet the feeling of understanding why you had to go through all of this will fill your beings with such peace, such love, and such confirmation.
That certainly sounds encouraging. So many of us are waiting patiently for it all to begin, even though we know it has. We just feel ready to get in there, boots and all type of thing. I say once again, we the ground crew are ready and reporting for duty, sir.
This we know. This is why you were chosen. Prime yourselves.
Oh, I think we've been doing that for quite a while.
Indeed. Yet that which is coming, no one is prepared for. This is not to be taken into a fear-mongering perspective. Not at all. Yet when it happens, there will not be one soul who will not be shocked to the core.
Fascinating. I think I will leave it there. Feels right to do so. These communications usually take me an hour exactly to do. This has taken an hour and 10 minutes, and yet it's not the usual 4 pages. I had to sit and concentrate quite intensely, awaiting for your wording to filter through. As always, your words are carefully chosen. Well, this indeed was quite an exciting chat. Thank you so much. Any departing words?
You know that you know that no matter what takes place, all is divinely ordered as the next phase propels you into that which has been unknown, into the known.
The next phase? Bring it on. In gratitude, in loving service, I am